Oh my God, you're Lady Penelope.
Lady P actually was my mother's creation.
Right.
But it was based on my mother's face. The eyes were actually my eyes.
Your mother's voice, oh my God.
Lady Penelope had the sexiest voice.
Oh, they didn't know how important these series were going to be. They were going to last for so long, 60 odd years.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds particularly has become a household name. They didn't encourage me at all. They wanted me to be a continuity girl. So I auditioned without telling them. I also went for a scholarship without telling them, and I got both.
That already says a lot about you right off the bat. You always wanted to carve your own path.
So then no continuity for you, as it were. How did it pan out for you, this scholarship?
Hi, I'm Stacey Jackson.
And I'm Roy Basnett.
And join us for the Gen-X-Perience Podcast every other week.
So if you were born between 1965 and 1980, that makes you a Gen Xer. And that being the case, that makes this podcast for you.
We are interviewing the most amazing people from all over the world in all walks of life, discussing culture, music, and politics, anything and everything that is of interest to every one of you.
The range is incredible. You're going to get to hear some wonderful stories.
So join us every other week for the Gen-X-Perience Podcast. I'm Stacey Jackson.
And I'm Roy Basnett. Welcome to another edition of the Gen-X-Perience Podcast. I'm Roy Basnett.
And I'm Stacey Jackson.
And we continue with, I call it on-site, because obviously when we first started doing the podcast, we were up in Liverpool at our place. And now we're down here in London. The weather still is a little bit ropey, but never mind. It's
hello, welcome to the UK.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, what's important to remember here, because we're going to do, by the time you get to see this podcast, some of the audio will have been improved because we have the builders continuing to do their work over there. This is, if you can see in the distance, that's the Dorchester Hotel. Is it the Dorchester?
Yes, it's the Dorchester.
Yeah. So I would have thought somebody of your kind of like nature could have gone over and had a word with those buildings.
You know, I was thinking about
hey,
it,
come on,
actually.
knock it on the head.
It's enough. I'm telling you, they block my view and everything. It's like, what are they thinking? Anyway, but you can hear them hammering and jammering. It's ridiculous. But anyways, it's fine. It's fine. You know, you just got to play loud music and sort of avoid the noise.
Before we get to speak with our guests, I'm very much looking forward to doing today. You know, at the time of recording, we are into the month of October here. And I'm led to believe you're having a little bit of a soiree down here, New Year's Eve. What's a New Year's Eve party like for Stacey Jackson?
Well, it's so funny. We're never in town for Christmas. We're always traveling because that's the time where I can get all my kids together in one place and they don't want to come home usually. But since we moved into this flat, I've downsized, as you know, so I'm now like not in a house, I'm in a flat. And
this is downsizing.
This is downsizing.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so we have this lovely view of the whole city. And I said last year, I said to the kids, you know what? I have never experienced London with the fireworks, right? Like I said, you know, this would be such a great idea, like to be home for New Year's. And so I said, all my kids, whoever you know in London that has no place to go for New Year's Eve, or if they're not traveling, let's just make a party. We'll call it for 10 o'clock at night or whatever. We'll put the TV on also so we can watch. And we had 40 or 50 people. And it was a beautiful night because it wasn't raining. It really wasn't cold. And it was there wasn't the crazy Dorchester thing going on. And we had the most perfect, lovely view, loads of champagne. And it was just whoever was here, come and share in the, New Year's cheer. It was actually one of the best New Year's that I remember. And we travel a lot. And I think that was just the most homey, most fun.
Yeah.
And also, because you know what, when you're away for New Year's, everywhere you go, jack up the prices so ridiculously.
Absolutely.
It's like, if a normal meal costs, $100 or something, it's like 1,000 all of a sudden because it's New Year's Eve. And oh, by the way, we'll throw in a glass of free champagne. And you're like, oh my God, by the time you turn around I have 4 kids and they have partners, like you're 10 people for New Year's Eve. And it's just like I said, no, we're not doing it this year. We're going to be very good, and we're going to stay home. And I have to tell you, it was the most fun and the best New Year's that I've had.
Oh.
So yes, I feel very fortunate
Good.
to be able to be here. And
Well,
now
hopefully the weather for 2025's New Year.
absolutely. But I
Change
just came back from New York, actually. And speaking of traveling, and I'd been doing a bunch of interviews, and we were talking about the show, about the Gen-X-Perience Podcast. And every time I do an interview, of course, I mention that. And every single one of the journalists I've ever spoken to about the show, about anything, they've all agreed that the Generation X is the most resilient, repottable, the most adaptable generation. And it's a very small generation of people, right? I mean, think about it. It's like from the people who were born 1964, 65 to like 82, something like that. Very small. And I think and we talked about the many different reasons, but what also happens and what's been happening of late is the resurgence of a lot of 80s music, 80s television, 80s movies being rebranded, rebrought up. Like in fact, my son just went to his girlfriend's sister is an actor, and she's in a sequel of The Brothers McMullen, which was an 80s movie, Hollywood movie, and it's a sequel, and Ed Burns stars in it, or starred in it. I don't know if you remember the actor Ed Burns, when he was in the 80s. He was a child or teenage actor, and now he plays the dad.
Right.
So we were talking about how Gen X is so, we just get on, we move on.
Right.
We're the most changeable, adaptable, people easiest or eager, I guess, to take risks, take chances. And so on that note, I think we need to introduce
now that
the
you've
perfect Gen X person to be on the show.
Indeed,
Sure.
yeah. Well, now that everybody knows what we're all about as a Gen X, it is time to introduce you to our guest. Now, I always say to people, if you're going to be a presenter of anything, don't be self-indulgent. Unfortunately, today, I've been extremely self-indulgent because not only is the person that we're going to be speaking to today a truly lovely, lovely lady, her parents were responsible for probably some of the happiest childhood memories I've got. And we'll find out more about that as we speak with Dee Anderson. Hello, Dee.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. And
Thank
I have
you.
to tell you, when you walked in, the first thing I said was, "Oh my God, you're Lady Penelope." So actually mentioned what was your childhood?
You're the daughter of Lady Penelope.
yes,
It's
I am,
important
yeah.
to mention
Well,
that. But there's a clue there, isn't
There
there?
is
Yes.
a clue there,
Yeah.
Because Lady P actually was my mother's creation,
Right.
but it was based on my mother's face.
Well,
Yeah.
you probably have your mother's face.
I have my mother's face.
The eyes.
And
When
the
you walked
eyes.
in the door, I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, yeah.
The eyes were actually, my eyes are a different shape to my mother's, so it was my eyes for Lady
Did
Penelope.
you get Dad's eyes then, did you? Oh,
I think I got an auntie's eyes. Actually.
oh right, okay.
Yeah, very, very big eyes.
Big, beautiful blue eyes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Thank you. And well, they were bigger, even bigger then. Those.
Yeah. I mean, your mother's voice, oh my God. As if I'm speaking as a hot-blooded male.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
the sky, oh God.
Before you came, he said, I have to say that Lady Penelope had the sexiest voice.
Oh, listen,
yes,
if your
she
mother
did.
if your mother didn't make any money out of Thunderbirds and things like that, had those phone lines been available in the 1960s, she'd have made, it would have been permanently engaged. I can tell you that. Yeah, but I've heard of these phones. I've heard of them.
Tell me about those phone lines. So what do you know about those phone lines?
Well, we've given away quite a few clues there. So rather than me kind of, throw teasers in, Dee Anderson, explain to us who Dee Anderson is then, if you would, please.
Yeah, so I'm the daughter of Gerry and Sylvia and was brought up around all this amazing creativity. They were filmmakers, but not puppeteers. Very clear about that.
Yeah.
But it was an opportunity that they took because somebody actually came along and said, do a puppet series. And it was none of theirs that they did. It was just the initial nub of an idea. It was Torchy and Twizzle. So,
Right, yeah.
see, right back in the early 60s. And what they did, they thought, this is a good, well, actually, it was my mum who said, this is a great opportunity. We can make something of this. We can inspire kids.
Yeah.
stretch their imagination. They can do, because it's better. It's like animation, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
of
like
course.
Disney animation. We all remember those amazing films.
Yeah.
And Lady and the Tramp and all that, they're sort of rerun over and over. So, but they didn't know how important these series were going to be. They didn't realise they were going to last for so long, 60 odd years.
Yeah.
So they were amazed when it hit 50 years, It's and now Thunderbirds particularly has become a household name.
Oh, completely.
100%.
Completely.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know it back in the day, because I don't know, maybe it just missed me, or I just didn't catch it. And also I was in Canada. I don't know if it came up.
Yeah, it was big in Canada.
It must have been. I was little.
Yeah.
But
You're too young, darling.
I must have been too young.
She's the tail end of the Gen-X-Perience.
No, that's not true. I'm smack in the middle of Gen-X. But my kids, when we came over here, it was rerunning. And they were 5 and 2 or 5 and 3 or whatever. And they were addicted. They had every Thunderbird paraphernalia. I mean, I remember Hamleys was still selling all the Thunderbird stuff.
You're still playing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I was like, they were super into it. I mean, my kid's going to freak out when I show him a picture of you. I'm going to guess who I'm standing here with. He's going to say, that's Lady Penelope. Honestly, it's crazy. But you also are, I mean, obviously the Thunderbirds was a huge part of your life growing up. And you also have your own
my own career.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes,
so I mean, being the daughter of is great, but you are so impressive. You have a wonderful voice. You're a jazz singer.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about how you got into, like, what made you know that this is what you wanted to do ultimately?
I always loved music. I was brought up with the old Ella Fitzgerald and, Dinah Washington, with my grandparents actually, who used to play all the vinyls.
Right.
And my mum. So that was my influence, and I always loved singing. My grandparents would always stick me on a stage for a competition. I always used to win, apart from one year when I came second, by the way.
Right, okay.
And I was very shocked by that.
Right.
How dare they vote me second? But it was like when I was 5 upwards. Right. So then I decided I wanted to act as well, but I was more passionate about the singing. But I got into East 15 Acting School, which was a school that I wanted to get into.
Great.
It was Joan Littlewood's offshoot school in the East End, and I thought this is a really great school. So I was there for 3 years, and I came out and I did a lot of acting. And then after a few years, I did loads of theatre and loads of television. Then I had my family, one daughter, but I thought, well, I'll pause it for a while. And I went back and did some singing. You can relate
to this, can't you?
Yeah. And exactly the same as you, Stacey, because I was looking at your career and I thought, that's so similar. You've done so many, and you've got an amazing voice as well.
Thank you so much. It's really coming from you. I'm very flattered. Thank you.
You are very talented.
Thank you. But it's hard as a woman, as you would know, and to juggle that and like to be able to be fully immersed in your kids and your family and having to do that. And then, finding your way back again after all that.
Exactly. That's the difficulty, finding your way back. And it's hard.
Yeah.
But you can do it. I think you have to just keep going. It's all about resilience, I think. And you just have to go for what you want.
Yeah.
And just not give up.
Was there an element, because obviously you said you get the passion for music and things like that. And then if you look at the family business, was there an element of like perhaps maybe your father, your mother wanted you to go down that route and you thought, no, I'm going to go something separate? Or did they encourage you? How did that kind of...
It's a good question, because they didn't encourage me at all. They wanted me to be a continuity girl. That's what they wanted.
Wow. Doing the voices, voiceovers.
No, continuity.
Within the edit, you mean?
Yeah. So to me, a continuity girl is what they were calling. I suppose it would be a continuity person now.
Right.
Yeah.
But was always like somebody who looked, no makeup, all over the place, on a film set, chain smoking, because they were so stressed out, writing down all the shots. I would have been the worst person in the world.
That is so detailed to have that kind of eye and go, oh my God, in that scene, she wasn't wearing the pink top, she was wearing the yellow top.
And you took so much responsibility if you get it wrong.
That would drive me crazy.
Mad. And they said, oh no, you have a great life, you'll travel everywhere, you're going to have fantastic time and meet amazing people. And I thought, I don't care. I'm going to do it. I do not want to do that. So I auditioned without telling them. I also went for a scholarship without telling them, and I got both.
Oh, blimey.
I got a full scholarship.
Amazing. Wow, you go.
And it was like it was a council sort of thing in, I think it was High Wycombe or somewhere. All these people around a table, and they were asking me questions. Have you got a boyfriend? You know, I mean, it was way back, so you could ask those questions. And I went, no, no. Anyway, so, and the guy came out, he said, you've got the whole lot, you got the full scholarship. Well, I went back and I was more terrified about telling my parents. Because I thought they're going to be so disappointed.
What, that you got a scholarship? That's hilarious.
And you did it on your own volition.
So mad at me, I'm excelling.
Yes. and they went, oh, it's brilliant. You know, if you've done that on your own and you've got into this, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, for sure. I mean, that already says a lot about you right off the bat, is that you had ambition and drive from a young age, and that you always wanted to carve your own path.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So now your daughter is, how old is she?
She's actually in her 30s.
Okay.
I thought it was me in my 30s, but no, I'm not.
I know. I totally relate to that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I've got 4 grandchildren.
Oh, my God.
Who are divine. Absolutely.
Right.
Well, I heard that becoming a grandma is like another...
It's the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. My granddaughter's 14, and I've got twin boys of 9.
Oh, my God.
And a little baby of 2. And I was with them yesterday, and they are just divine.
Yeah.
Really gorgeous. And they're all so different.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can imagine.
So going back to the scholarship, obviously, you know, because there's a lot of stuff to unpack about yourself.
We fast forwarded like yesterday.
If we go there, so mum and dad are like, yeah, okay, you've done, you know, we'll support you on that.
Yeah.
So then no continuity for you, as it were. How did it pan out for you, the scholarship? Did it work well?
Oh, yeah. I had the best 3 years of my life. It was fantastic. And when I left drama school, you just feel, when you feel you can do anything. You feel you could conquer the world. You know, you come out so confident, but you haven't been knocked yet. You know what I mean?
Just wait until you have the first audition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my first audition was with Alan Parker,
Okay.
Right.
who was amazing. And it was a casting director called Patsy Pollock, and they were top people. I mean, I managed to get a very good agent, and called Marina Martin. She was fantastic.
And you got the agent out of college, like out of
straight
school?
out of school.
How old had you been? About in your teens?
I was 21
21
when I left. Yeah. So, and I went along for this audition, and she was there. They didn't, in those days, they didn't film it, but after that they started filming it. But anyway, they gave me the script. And it was quite an emotional scene. And for some reason, I burst into tears. And Alan Parker went, oh, I wish I'd filmed it. Anyway.
This Alan Parker did The Commitments.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah.
He was amazing. So he said, and I didn't have an equity card. And I said, I've got to be honest with you, I don't have an equity card. And he went, don't leave it to me.
Right.
So he got me an equity card because he gave me commercials after that. So I started really well, and then of course you get not a little bit and then a lot, but I did do a lot of big tellies, Plays for Today. I did a tour, I did touring, and I was really interested in doing good stuff, you know, with good writers. I made some choices, maybe they weren't popular with a commercial kind of thing, but do you know what? It was the best thing for me.
Did you stick to film, or did you on TV, or were you on West End, or?
Yeah, TV. I went into the Elvis show, and then we did a revival of Oh Boy, which was a 50s show in the 80s. And talking about the 80s, you know, that was a big thing. I loved doing that, although it was a complete, you know, diversion for me. But I loved all that music again. You see.
Did you sing? Sorry, during
I did
at that time. Okay.
Yeah, I was doing backing vocals for people like Lulu and.
Oh right! Wow.
You know. A lot of big sort of...
Nothing to shout about.
Yeah, a lot of shouting about. I still bump into her occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to Shaka Khan's party.
Oh, wow.
And Shaka, she's so lovely. And Lou was there, actually. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah, she gave me the biggest hug. It was like...
I can't believe she's still doing what she's doing.
She's amazing.
She's incredible.
If you had to choose between the two, and somebody said, right, I'm going to give you the best acting job in the world or the best singing job in the world.
Singing.
Yeah.
Every time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Singing.
Right.
I just love it.
How would you describe, if somebody said they're not familiar with your work, what category do you put yourself in as a singer?
Well, do you know, they say jazz, but I don't know whether it's jazz, because, you know, I've got a single, Where Did You Sleep, which I did a long time ago.
Yeah, great.
And it's got animation.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you know, writing, it's kind of storytelling. I love telling story. I love, you know, that sort of storytelling thing with music.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, I'm very, very excited about writing now.
Right. Okay.
not just songs.
Writing what, a book? Writing...
Well, I'll tell you what I'll tell you, and this is not a plug. It might be
Plug away.
inadvertently a plug.
Yeah.
Don't worry
But
about
I
it.
have to tell you, I'm very excited about this because, and I didn't know how passionate I was about this, but Lady Penelope, we're going back to that, but because I think her character I love, she's very glamorous and not afraid to be,
Right.
like you, darling.
And you.
Oh yeah, thank you. And she combines that with grit. You know what I mean? She is.
I don't want to offend Barbie, but like she's she's
a support act. Barbie's
just
a
a
support
bit of a
act.
better Barbie.
Yeah,
because she
really is kind of real and And so I was commissioned to write the first 3 novellas. Now a novella, didn't even know what that was, but they told me it was 24,000 words, which is
Like a short story.
a shorter book. So I've just finished 1.5, and I'm so excited because it's
Just about Lady Penelope.
well, it's got the other characters in as well.
Okay.
But we're launching that early next year
that's
as
wonderful.
audio books and real books.
for kids, or is it for the people
Adult,
who use
exactly.
who used to?
Now,
Okay.
Here's interesting though, because I'm fascinated by this. Is it set back in the day, or have you modified it?
Great question.
It's a very good question. Yeah, it's that it was set in 2065.
There you are. You've just answered the question then, really.
That's
haven't
when
you?
I've set it. 2065.
Is that
Which
what-
of course
is
is
that-
not too far from where we are right now.
Exactly.
Actually. It's only
Right.
40 years from now.
Yeah.
Years away.
Yeah.
And
So Thunderbirds is meant to be set in that period.
Yeah.
Is it? See, I didn't. There's me thinking I knew it all, and I didn't.
No, but the thing is, I know, but you're right, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people think because it was launched in the 60s that it was the 60s.
Of course, it. Yeah.
But it wasn't. It's actually
Like a
100 years-
futuristic,
yeah.
kind of like the Jetsons.
Yeah.
The animation, the Jetsons.
Exactly.
I love the Jetsons. Remember Meet George Jetson?
I never bothered the Jetsons much.
Oh my God, I love them. And little
Sorry for your lot,
Yeah.
or that
Astro,
part of the
wasn't it
world.
Astro?
Yeah.
And Jane, his wife,
Yeah.
and the robot maid. Oh, I loved
Amazing.
it. And that was also in the 1950s, around the same time, or
Yeah.
60s, when the Flintstones were out. It was Hanna-Barbera.
Right.
And they, the Jetsons was obviously set in the future, and they're like flying cars and flying saucers.
Yeah.
Just fantastic.
Yes.
So
Fantastic.
the novella. So yeah.
It's going to take place in 2065. So you're stuck with the
26
same date.
Stuck with the same date. She's the same age, kind of.
She never ages. Of
She
course.
never ages.
Right.
Exactly.
How old is Lady Penelope meant to be?
Well, this is really weird because, of course, I didn't know this because when I was researching her, I thought, how old was she supposed to be? How old did my mother make? 26.
Right.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, probably in those days, women of 26 were very sophisticated, whereas now I think it's more like...
It's still
more
a
like-
baby.
Yes, exactly. So I've made her kind of round about that age without sort of saying too much about her age,
Yeah.
but she,
She'd be like 30.
she could be 30 odd, couldn't she?
Yeah. But she doesn't have a family or kids yet. I mean,
No.
could that ever happen where we
Well,
have a
right now you're
baby
trying to get it a bit sleazy now, are we?
No,
Wow.
that's not. That's
I know
that's
she never had
family
sex like
Didn't she?
Barbie. Did
Wow. And
oriented. See, Barbie and Ken. Well,
Barbie and
Penelope might
Ken.
need a
not even
I have
Parker
one-
on a
I'll give
drunken
you a
night
sneak
out.
preview that she might have kind of love interests.
Okay, that's good to
Right.
know.
Hang on, no, I'm going to probe this further. Do you mean within the characters of...
No.
Right, okay. Because my hunch would have been definitely on Scott.
Yeah.
On Scott.
Well, I don't think Scott likes the fact she's got these love interests, but you know,
He's very cute though, Scott.
He's very
Okay.
cute.
Yeah.
Right.
They're actually, all the characters are extraordinarily good
Oh
looking.
yes,
Right.
they are.
For puppets, like
Okay.
Which you know why? Because my mother was a Hollywood fanatic, so she loved the whole
And
sort of look.
Clark Gable.
Yes,
Yeah,
chisels.
chiseled jowl. Yeah. It's
So,
brilliant.
so what's the idea behind the novellas? They're going to be available.
Well, the thing is about novellas is I've got a really good publisher on board. A guy called Paul Andrews actually approached me and said, would you like to do these books with me? So we had to do them with ITV because ITV have got the IP. And there's been a lot of stuff around that. But, I'm working with ITV and we've signed her for a few years.
Right.
So we've been doing lots and lots of wonderful things. But yeah, the novellas that I'm very excited
So this could
about.
transfer onto TV then?
Well, watch the space.
God, blind, this is exciting.
A lady after my own heart.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. I love it that you can just pick something up and run with it, and no matter where it takes you, you go, and like
Oh,
the
yeah.
door is open and you just go in it.
You have to.
Because you don't know what's on the other side. I love that. And I had this conversation just before how I feel like other generations are super linear with how they view their life should be. It's like, I'm going to study A, and then I'm going to go to B, and then I'm going to do C, and then it'll lead me to D. And then, whereas I don't know if this is, I just know more people of our generation are not afraid to jump from C to H, and then maybe to N, and then maybe go back to D.
Yeah.
And just
doesn't
sort of
have
like,
to.
it doesn't have to be so
'Cause it's
one-sided or black and
exactly-
white.
Exactly. It's about how you feel
Yeah.
about what you're doing at the time.
Exactly. So it's really impressive. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
So I see, it's because the novella thing is sticking in my head. This thing. So being the case that it is, then what was your school of thought on this one? Is the novella going to be very? Yes, it fits within the program's kind of.
Yes.
Because that's important. I'll tell you why I said this now, and I hope that what I'm about to say is okay and it doesn't upset you or anything like that.
Nothing will upset me. Don't worry.
Because I love the television program that much, Thunderbirds and Stingray and Captain Scarlet and the Mist Runs, and loved Space 1999. We'll move on to that in a short while. And when I got told a few years back that they were making a movie of Thunderbirds, I was excited and I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated it.
Was that the live action?
Yeah.
You see, the thing is, I love working title. I loved all the people who did it. They're just great filmmakers. They did some fabulous films, but it's a hard act to follow. And I think, I think the beauty of it, the magic of it, is that it's not perfect.
Yeah.
It's got sort of.
It stands within its thing. If if you would never
strings and all that.
I mean, because I've seen the original, it's always very difficult to kind of be objective when you love the original. So perhaps maybe I'm being a little bit harsh in my assessment there.
No, not at all. A lot of people feel that.
Yeah.
I think because they loved the original so much, and suddenly they thought, oh no, this isn't right.
Do you know what? I had a record. It's true. They brought a record out with Deal Notice of, I think it was Fireflash, isn't it? You could buy an episode of Thunderbirds on an LP.
Okay, so you can listen
It was on
to
an LP because obviously there's no videos available at the time, and I never forget it. I probably couldn't play it. It was that scratched that much. It was played that often. I always remember. It's just a little aside there. I just thought I'd mention.
Well, Barry Gray wrote all the music.
Okay.
And Barry Gray was like this tiny little guy. He was like, you wouldn't think he had anything other than, just a lovely little guy.
Yeah.
And he was so talented. Oh my God. He was Vera Lynn's pianist and arranger during the war. He was a classical musician.
Yeah.
My parents said to him they wanted Bonanza kind of theme
Right.
and the Dam Busters theme combined.
Okay.
That's what they
That
said.
was a reference
Was this for
point. Okay.
Thunderbirds?
For Thunderbirds.
Right.
So if you think, you can see.
Right. You can
Yeah.
see, totally hear that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
So
brilliant.
and he was just so talented.
But the whole tagline also, Thunderbirds or go.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I
the
mean, my
countdown.
kids were running around the house screaming that. I mean, And it's just, it's so, and it's stuck even till this day. Like, I know when we talk about the Thunderbirds, like I pictured them in my head. Every character, you can't forget it.
Well,
It's brilliant.
I'll tell you what, we'll part Thunderbirds there for a short while because I'm going to crave my own self-indulgence on this
We
one
want to
here.
talk about jazz.
I know that we are going to talk about jazz, and I promise you we will do that. Just to conclude on this one, though, because I know your father, obviously, as you mentioned, we started, and your mother, they weren't puppeteers, they were filmmakers.
Yes.
And I would imagine that when Space 1999 was commissioned, your father must have been ecstatic because this, and UFO as well, of course, where these are real people. This is what we came here for. And that's nothing to take away from what he was doing before. But was he a happier person when he knew he was doing that?
That's all he wanted to do. He wanted to do, his ambition was to do a big blockbuster.
Yeah.
And my mother's ambition was to star in one because she wanted to be an actress.
Right.
But she said to me one day, I almost made Hollywood, but not quite. It was the Slough Trading Estate. Because that's where the studio was. So she said, and the studio was like little Hollywood, miniature Hollywood, as you walked in, because there were all the cameras there and puppets. Yeah. But it was like, the workshops and sculptors, and it was a magical place, apart from the fact that it was opposite the Mars Bar factory.
Right. Right. Okay. Listen, I'm parking all of the Century 21 stuff now.
Yeah.
So Dee the singer then, jazz singer, but it's difficult not to be put into that kind of category. Have you done Ronnie Scott's?
Do you know, I haven't, but I have done, all the Pizza Expresses
Right.
and the
Right, okay.
and the
Yeah.
Pheasantry.
Yeah.
I've toured up and down the country in jazz venues.
Yeah.
I have to give a little shout out for my lovely mentor, David Grant.
By the way, I probably just showed a bit of ignorance there by laughing at Pizza Express. Is that a jazz location? Is it? I was thinking.
Yeah, actually, it's a big deal.
Right, well, there's me
it's a
thinking
big-
of
they have
Pizza's
very
Pizza's
big names there, actually.
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
they
yeah,
do because they have
Sorry.
they have
I wondered
separate.
why I laughed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. Because of me.
I
didn't
don't know.
say
They
anything.
do in London. They have a bunch of their Pizza Expresses, and maybe even not even outside of London. But I
Yeah.
know
They
that.
do. I've done all Pizza Express all
Yeah, they have a
over.
whole
Right,
separate
yeah.
jazz bar.
So you have a Pizza Express near me, but Cleo Lane doesn't turn up. They bring
Yeah,
the
okay,
pizza.
fair.
It doesn't
No,
matter anyway.
no. I've been to a couple of shows at Pizza Express. In fact,
right.
one of my co-writers was performing just a few months ago,
Yeah.
and I
Right.
went.
You should go
It's a
there.
great venue.
You should do a gig there.
My apologies.
I was asked to do a sort of more, takedown version of some of the records, and I might do it. I might
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, could be fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it like doing it? Because, I mean, I know I'm loath to use this word jazz, but it seems, obviously there's a lot of connection there. Because jazz seems, of all of the music genres, something a bit different. And I always remember when I went to Ronnie Scott's, the amazing thing that I found about it is that there was a band on and they were doing all the jazz stuff. And halfway through the jazz band's performance, I think it might have been something like the guitarist or something like that, or somebody was playing the cello, I can't remember what it was. His mate came in and goes to the bar.
Who came
His friend came in, and instead of thinking,
in? His mate. I thought he said his mate.
his friend came.
His cleaner came in.
His friend came in, and instead of thinking, hey, I'll see it after the show, he just puts his guitar down and walks over to him. The band carry on,
Okay.
and he talks to his friend for about 5 minutes, and then walks back in, picks the guitar up, and just picks it from there. And I don't think you get away with anything other than jazz for that, to be honest.
It is
with
very
you.
laid back.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, it all sort of started with that sort of laid back thing, lots of smoky atmosphere,
Nice.
Nobody smokes now, of course,
Yeah.
anywhere. And it was all very sort of, very cool and,
Yeah.
laissez-faire, that sort of thing. Yeah, so it was, I suppose that's why.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about Amy Winehouse, they put her into the jazz category.
Yeah.
And she loved doing jazz, but she did other stuff as well.
Yeah.
Singer-songwriter stuff.
It's hard to categorize any kind of music though
is
now,
now.
because
There's a
the
lot of
lines are very
yeah,
blurred.
exactly. There's a
Yeah.
lot of overlap between
yeah.
jazz, funk, soul,
Yeah.
and then there's so many also collaborations that are distinctively different genres put together.
That's right.
So it's hard now to actually clarify,
Yeah.
In America, it's a little bit, you have Southern rock, you have rock, you have country music. They all are on similar genres. I guess they all overlap with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've been to Memphis, Beale Street.
have I been to Memphis?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh.
It's on my list. Yeah.
Beale Street is amazing.
I've been to Nashville a few
Yeah,
times. I
yeah,
love
me too.
Nashville.
Do you gig much? Are you performing much?
I am just about, I've been doing a tour about growing up with Thunderbirds, but also I do sing in that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm doing, I don't know when this is going out actually, but I'm doing one at the end of November in London at the Cinema Museum
Okay.
and at the BFI, British Film Institute, on the South Bank on 7th of December.
Okay.
Wow.
So
So
that's good to know.
yes, you should come.
How does the
guys.
music fit into the?
Well, I'm singing, actually, I sing, it's giving it away a bit, but I do sing a song that was my dad's favourite, which was a 60s song. So, which
Okay.
has nothing to do with anything, except it was in the 60s.
Except that it's your dad's favorite song. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I sing it. And a couple of other songs, to do with the series.
Right. Now listen, we have come back there, but there's a good reason for coming back because I'd like you to explain.
Okay. This I'm obsessed with.
Right.
I'm obsessed.
Right. This isn't
It's
QVC,
so-
but we're gonna
Yeah,
we're gonna
exactly.
go down
I
that
know.
route.
And
Yeah.
for those of for the people who are not actually watching and only listening, we should talk about what this is
Yes.
first.
Yeah.
Well, probably the lady here is
Well,
to tell us all about it then. Yeah.
It's Lady Penelope inspired
Mhm.
makeup. And as you said, Stacey, she never ages.
Never ages.
And of course, this is what we want to achieve for everyone, all the ladies who are listening and watching. And it's the most. You get a lovely note from her, actually, signed.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Yeah,
I want you to read.
I want to
this.
see it first, though.
You
No,
read it
Stacey can
first.
read it. You can read it, Stacey.
Oh, you're gonna. I was hoping you're gonna do.
No, I will let Dee read it, of course, in her beautiful accent. I will not do this
Yeah.
I
justice.
like your accent, though.
When you get to hear it a lot,
The
trust
grass
me.
is always greener.
Go on.
Welcome to the enchanting world of Lady Penelope. Celebrate her ageless beauty and mystique with a special commemorative presentation. May her elegance and beauty inspire you every day. Enjoy this tribute to a remarkable lady.
Right,
Can I just tell you?
I might have to leave for a
I
minute.
think. I think that you've just lost
Lady
Roy. He's like, as you were speaking, his tongue was hanging out of his mouth and he's kind of panting. I'm like, oh my God, Roy, just, come on. Anyway, that was beautifully said, by the way.
Thank you,
But
darling.
also, I love the whole creation of it. So for those
Where
people
did
who
it
are
come
not,
from? Where did the idea come from? Was it your idea? This?
It was actually, it was my idea.
it's brilliant.
And it's actually been, my business partner, who's lovely, the guy that I told you about, who's now really into this whole Lady P thing.
This is brilliant.
He said to me, yeah, we should do this. So we've done this, and we've commissioned this lovely lady called Lisa Malusi, who does all of the Levoir
Okay.
makeup. It's
Yeah.
very beautiful makeup. And she did Diana Ross's too.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, the packaging is beautiful.
It's
It's
gorgeous.
pink, as you would imagine, Lady,
Yes, yes.
Lady Penelope.
Yeah.
And in this particular box, she has a gorgeous lipstick in gold and a powder puff in gold.
Yeah.
And it comes with a card. And then there's another box here that I'm holding called Lady P Secrets, which is a pink box. And inside is this beautiful perfume that literally smells, it's very floral,
Yeah.
but not in an overpowering floral way.
No, it's
got a-
very mild. It's very sort of, subtle, isn't it?
It is. It's very
like
soft
it,
and
yeah.
it's
I
very
really like it.
chic. Actually, I
Thank
like
you.
it.
Yeah, it's classy.
It has a what's the word? Like a sophistication to it, which
does.
and I think it's lovely. I just love the packaging. I think my daughter would love this.
Yeah.
I think are these available, or is there a launch
Yes,
date coming
absolutely.
up? Yeah.
They're available for pre-order, and actually, that's just come in. So
So
Okay.
when you say pre-order, do you have like a website, or is it like,
Yes,
or is it
on my
sold on
webs-
Amazon, or
yes,
where else?
okay. If you go onto my website, there's a link there to order it.
Okay.
So it's deanderson.co.uk.
And there's a whole selection of all different makeup and skincare.
Well, it'll be just these for now,
Okay.
and then we've got other things coming apart
Right.
from the novellas, which I can tell you about soon.
Okay. Well, then we'll have to get you back on the show
I'd love
next.
to come, but I think what you're doing here is just unique,
Oh,
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really are excited about this show, actually.
Well,
So we'll have to have you come
yeah.
back again, maybe. In
Well, I'm
next-
glad. I'm glad that you found it unique because
Yeah.
yourself are a podcaster with the
Yes.
Wonderbirds.
Yes.
Tell us about the Wonderbirds.
Oh,
that I didn't know about. Didn't
Yeah.
you? You're
So-
really on the ball
yeah, so
here.
Wonderbirds was launched, but with a few friends of mine, on the eve of lockdown.
Okay.
Sherry Hewson,
Yeah.
Harriet Thorpe, who's now in EastEnders,
Okay.
Debbie Arnold, who is a very old, good friend of mine. 4 of us started talking on Zoom because we couldn't see each other. We thought, this is hilarious. Let's launch it. And suddenly, Sky News picked it up. We were on Lorraine and This Morning.
Oh
and
my God, that's
I mean, it
fantastic.
just took off. Had millions of hits because, of course, all our friends who were like celebs came on. We had some brilliant celebrities.
Yeah.
Krista Berg actually sang to us on one of
Oh
them.
yeah.
Susie Quattro.
Susie Quattro.
Came on. She was on all the time with us and wanted to be one of us, and so we adopted her. I mean, it was just brilliant. We stopped about
I was going to ask you, you're not
5
doing it
years.
anymore? Okay, well.
yeah, and now we're doing another show called Beauty Investigates, all about sort of treatments and
All right.
and wellness and for females.
So this is a bit of a
great.
departure
Yeah.
for you to be doing things like this than what you've been doing. I know it's
It
obvious.
is,
Yeah.
but you know what? I love it.
It's a labour of
it.
love for you, then, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I just adore this makeup. And also, I don't really wear powder, but this I do.
Yeah.
This part, yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's because it looks really light and
It
it's not like
does.
cakey.
No, it's not cakey.
Oh, that's great. Oh my God, it was so good to have you on. We definitely have to have her on again.
Oh yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just before we conclude, we have this little thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
Put you to the test. You
Yes,
see.
of course.
So and you put us to the test as well. So I'll tell you what. Let's see. I'd never get a job in it. casino, mate, because I am lousy at
Shuffling?
shuffling
I can show off
cards.
here.
But I'll give you 3 here. 1, 2, 3. You can pick your 3 then
No,
anyway.
you can just pick 3.
Go on, there you are. I'll give you the 3 then. Go on.
Those are
And
my 3?
basically, as it stands at the moment, and it really pains me to say this, in the league table of how things are going, she's winning.
I
And it
bet.
upsets me because I always thought I was a little bit of an authority when it came to stuff like this. Apparently not. So, do you want to start? Questions?
I think we've had
Oh,
these questions before.
have we?
but
Right, okay.
She wouldn't know
Well, no.
my
If
questions.
we think you know the answer, make some kind of noise to attract the attention of the person who's reading the question out in order to answer it, just in case there's like, clash.
Okay, well,
So,
actually, you might know this.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go first.
Okay, I'm going. Yeah.
Butterscotch and Blossom were the names of what? A,
I know the answer to this.
the Cabbage Patch Kids, B, the Beanie Babies, or C, My Little Pony.
I'm going to allow you to have a guess.
Say that. What was the question again?
Butterscotch and Blossom were the names of what? Cabbage Patch Kids, Beanie Babies, or My Little Pony?
Was it My Little Pony?
Yes.
Why did see? I did the gentlemanly thing there, and now you've got the point, and I haven't.
Good. Do you know that I
I
My
thought it
daughter
was.
I thought
hated
it
me
was
if
a
I didn't
Beanie
get
Baby.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Okay. D gets 1 point. Right. Okay, you're in the lead at the moment.
That's probably it.
That
yeah.
may change now, though. Yeah.
Will do.
All right. This is for both of you. Which cuddly toys started out as characters on greeting cards? Now, remember, this is all 80s and Gen X.
Snoopy? Peanuts? No? Greeting
Say that
cards.
again.
Which cuddly toys started out as characters on greeting cards?
Cuddly toy. Greetings cards.
That's why I thought it was Snoopy.
This would be tough. I wouldn't get this.
Scooby Doo? No. Okay, I'm just thinking out loud.
Toys.
Cuddly toy.
I'm just trying to think. Something Teddy or
No. Not far off, though. Care Bears.
I thought it was a teddy bear.
Right, never mind. Okay, then. Right, you get to read your question out now to us, and we can battle it out.
Oh,
Oh, which band
Oh, stop. She's doing it live.
asked people to walk like an Egyptian?
Oh,
the
that-
Bangles. Yes, sorry, I called out. That was very rude of me.
I know, yeah. Where's your noise? You've got to do your noise. Right, it's back
My
with
nose?
you.
Okay, back
Right,
to me.
back with you, yeah.
Okay, what company, you're going to get this. What company produced the VIC-20 and C64 home computer?
I'm going to say, I'm not going to know the answer to this. I'm going to say Commodore. Oh, yeah, so I get a point. Yeah, it's all even. It's all even. Right, okay.
Yeah, because
Always good.
I had that question once before.
Yeah, okay.
I remember that on another episode.
Right, remember you're going to have to make a noise to get my attention here. The first person who does that, I will go to. So the better the noise, more likely it is I'm going to come in your direction. Who is the lead singer of the band Blondie?
Blondie. Oh, sorry.
Deborah.
It's the wrong answer. Wrong guy. Oh, you knew it.
Oh, good.
Oh,
That's hilarious. How much does a 20-pound cat weigh?
right.
20
I
pounds.
got overexcited then.
There we go. An easy mistake to make. I'll give you that, you see.
Oh, I love it.
So,
I love it. Okay.
There you go.
Is my turn to ask?
No, it's back
Oh,
on you.
oh,
It's
yeah,
back on
oh,
you,
okay,
Dee.
okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Which all-time best-selling arcade game was released on the 22nd of May, 1980?
Pac-Man. Yay!
Okay.
I knew that. I was a Pac-Man fiend.
Yeah, there you are. Now it's back with you. Go
Okay.
on.
All right. Oh, yeah, you're going to get this. Work began on which European transport link in 1988?
Oh, I'm going to go with that. Channel Tunnel.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry, because I knew you'd get it, Dee.
never mind.
Right, okay, and I'm slightly, you are coming last at the moment. Sorry, I didn't want to bring that up, but I got a feeling
I
that
would
You
do,
shouldn't
wouldn't I?
be so mean to the guests.
I did. I've got my reputation to think of here. I can't be seen to be coming last.
No.
Right. Okay. Here's one for you. It's a tough on this actually. What is the nationality of the band Aha?
I know it. Norwegian?
She's got it, I'm afraid. There you are. Stacey's gonna have a big
I
win
thought it
here.
was Swedish. actually, so
Okay.
That's all right.
And finally, your final question for us, if you would, please, Dee.
Which previously famous Hollywood star became the US president in 1981? That's easy. one, that is.
I'll give this one to you.
Ronald Reagan.
Yay!
Ronnie Reagan.
Oh, I mean, we had that
question.
question once. We were asking it to one of our guests, and she forgot it. She forgot who it was. She knew who it was, but it just was not. And she was so upset that she didn't know who it was. She was American as well.
Oh, blimey.
Do you remember we had it? And then she rang me up later, poor thing. She's like, you can't air that. You cannot air that. I'm like, babe, honestly, it was an honest mistake. I mean, like, we put you on the spot, you know? It's like, you're like...
Actually, it's quite good because people think you're human.
Yes.
Indeed.
She was human. I mean, there are lots of... Anyway, I'm going to get a new version of these. I think we've done how many
we've gone through.
episodes
I think
now?
we need some new.
All of them now.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I think
You like to be put to the test.
We're
Dee,
gonna-
it's been a real pleasure. And I know
and
you...
It has. I've really enjoyed myself.
Have you?
Oh, thank
And
you
you
so
braved
much. It
and you
was
braved
super
the
fun
elements to
have
be
you
here.
on. And I
course.
honestly, what was really nice for me was I didn't know you.
Yeah.
And I had to do a little bit of research, and I was like, so honestly, really impressed by your career. I mean, because you could have just sort of grammatical correct
Yeah.
on the coattails of your
I think I
parents.
know
Yeah.
what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is it.
And-
I mean, yes.
But
Thank
you know what? You have your own. You're just you carved your own way, and I love that about you. And I love that what you've done is successful. Your mummy, your grandmummy now. Wow, it's crazy. They must call you glam-ma. Do they call you glam-ma?
They don't actually. They call me Naughty Nan.
Oh, right. Yeah, there might be another podcast in that one there.
Exactly.
Dee,
Okay,
yeah.
we're definitely getting her on again.
Yeah.
Definitely getting her on
Right.
again.
This is where this is where we find out that in the novella, Lady Penelope's got an OnlyFans page. But
Oh, you're just giving me an idea.
oh,
My God. I love it. Well, we're going to have a coffee later, I'm sure. Or
Brilliant
maybe
stuff.
A cocktail.
yes,
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
We're leaving
Brilliant.
you out of it.
Right.
Just Dee and I.
Indeed.
Anyway.
Thank you,
Thank
Dee.
you so much.
And thanks for watching or listening to another episode of the Gen-X-Perience Podcast. Don't forget, like and subscribe, follow us, and find out more about the people and the subjects we talk about. We are here to entertain. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. And look, the sun is out.
Yeah, right at the end.
Right at the end.
Never mind.
Bye. Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Gen-X-Perience Podcast. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe and tune in again every other week. See you soon.